Hi everyone, I am not seeing you yet, so please let me know on the screen if you can hear me. And because obviously I'm in a new place today. I'm at my sister's, so I have not seen anyone yet in the chat. That's why I'm waiting. It says there are 74 people, but I don't see anyone. If I am having issues, can somebody please give me a call at my YouTube number? I'm sure some of you have it. I would appreciate it if you can hear me. If you can anyone hear me? Somebody please give me a call. Hi, this is Milou.
Milou, you're good to go. You're on, and we can hear and see you, and the chat's working on our side.
Oh, okay. I can't see the chat. So thank you.
We can see
If you
it,
guys
but just
post questions and I don't reply, please let everyone know I can't see you, okay?
okay. All
Thanks a
right, no
lot.
problem.
Bye.
Have a good day.
You
Thanks,
too.
bye.
Thanks. Bye. Hello, this is Milou. Ups. Okay, friends. For some reason, I'm not seeing the chat. This is my first time using this setting. So please bear with me. I am over my sister's house. In any event, I want to say thank you to the chat managers since I can't see anyone. So I'm sure you guys are good troopers. So you are here with me. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe. I would appreciate it. And the first thing that comes to mind, it feels like I'm not quite sure what I am getting that's different. But I read an article this morning. I mean, the person is not psychic. The person is simply an analyst. Uh, he he's a Republican, and he's warning all Republicans to get themselves together because if Trump runs again, Trump stands a chance of winning. I was kind of surprised. I mean, if he's talking about winning the primary, uh, I understand that. But wanting the president become president again intuitively, I mean, I was shocked. First of all, uh, the number of lawsuits that this guy has coming, criminal situations that he has going on. Okay, intuitively, when I read the article, that's what first came to mind because I was shocked. I was shocked. Somebody would say that for sure the guy is going to win, and or what he was using when he said that. From what I understand, there is a betting system, and his analysis, his logic was that I believe it's someplace in England, and they have a bet, and these people, for some reason, from what I understand, they usually right. And he said those people are not in business to lose money, so when they make a bet on something, uh, they bet to win. Well, I'm going to bet against these people. I don't see how Trump will win if he were to run. I don't think he's going to run. I feel this is a grift. He doesn't care about America or anyone else. Him and his the Murdochs, if you will. Uh, but I wish he would win. I wish he would run. To be honest with you, it would be a lot of fun to watch him crash and burn because that's what's coming. That's what's going to happen. And also, I feel like saying, I've been saying this for a long time, as I have said, I can confuse time. Okay. And I have said this before, and I was hearing it loud and clear earlier while I was reading the article that Trump knows the only way he will stay out of prison is if he were to run the presidency again. And he also knows that's very, very unlikely because once you lose Well, first, I don't know, but since I'm not an expert in American history, I have never heard anyone winning the presidency. You win, you run the first time, you win, run again, you lose, and then you come back again. I've never heard of such a thing. But intuitively, I feel like saying Trump knows that the odds of him getting back in office again is nil. It, right now, he's making money and trying to buy time, hoping he can rig all the red states, and he's trying to con people into doing recounts and stuff like that. That's not gonna work either. And from what I was reading as well, the guy that was I forget his name. Obama, he was National Security Advisor, one of the very first people who was forced out because uh, basically he lied to the FBI. You guys know who I am talking about. His brother is still in the military. He had recently he became in charge of a command. Or yeah. So if I remember his name as we go forward, I will tell you. Uh, this guy, there's a very good chance Trump pardoned him, and he keeps pushing. He is now trying to basically con people. He's looking for dirt on people who he can use to bring Trump, well, make Trump president again. That's what he's working on. I feel like saying my prediction is I don't feel he's going to stop until someone stops him. There is a tool in jail for that gentleman. I am down when it comes to the way Garland is handling thing, and I know some of you are lawyers, you know better than I do. Yes, I know he's making sure if he goes after Trump, uh, he can win. But at the same time, I feel he's too timid. I don't feel he is doing everything he can, or basically stand up to those group of people who are doing everything they can to take this country apart. But let me tell you guys, it feels like to me, after Biden's agenda, and he's going to get it. Like I've been saying for a while, it's a question of price tag. But Biden's agenda, it's a matter of time. It's a done deal. But I feel after this is done, Nancy Pelosi, among other leaders in the House, I don't know how this is going to work, but there's going to be an effort to do away, well, or to make sure that Trump pays the price for January 6th. And let me tell you something else. There's a young gentleman, he's a veteran, and they have something on CNN about democracy. He's in it. I will post his name. If I'm not mistaken, he has a Hispanic last name, but that's besides the point. He has been he's a congressman, and the point I'm trying to make is the past few weeks, this guy has been pretty adamant about making sure that Trump and everyone responsible for January 6th to pay the price. They have to suffer the consequences of their action. The point I'm trying, intuitively, I feel, and I've been saying this for a while, everyone who took part in the insurrection will suffer the consequences. There's going to be a price. I know I am annoyed with Garden as well, but the pressure, the thinking, like these people, they have one mode, the way that this country used to be run, and there are certain norms, there are certain things you don't do. A lot of people, I feel, are talking to Garland and people around him and other people in the administration to make sure that they go after Trump. They have to become more aggressive. That's the word I keep hearing as I focus on influential people behind the scenes that are pushing to make sure that Democrats stop being so timid. They actually act on whatever they say they're going to do. And I mean, well, they have not said what they are going to do yet, but they're going to have to be more aggressive when it comes to the results of their investigation. Don't investigate and, oh, let it go. We can't do that. We can't go up after the previous administration. That's going to go by the wayside. This time, another president after Biden, maybe. And let me say something else, something I read in the article and it's being shown to me. A lot of people are saying Democrats have not wait when they're going to change their vote. They voted for Biden. How do you undo 5 years of ignorance? The things that Trump have done, and we have a pandemic. But once the infrastructure bill it becomes in effect, among other things that Trump has in his agenda, I fear my prediction is the attitude of Americans will change. Now, we're not going to have the tiny. This is Milou.
Oh, hi, Milou. Sorry. Lost buffering.
No buffering.
Okay, I'll check that.
Nope. I knew it was one of you calling, so I'm not quite sure. If someone else is buffering, can you please call me? But what I feel like saying is attitudes towards the Biden administration that everyone basically right now are saying, Trump is going to win. If Trump runs again against Biden, and to whatever I feel, besides lawsuits, okay, and criminal investigations they have going on Trump, there's no way that's going to happen. Okay, I don't feel he's well enough. And I predicted this over 2 years ago. And I'm getting it now. I'm just going to put it out there. I wouldn't be surprised. Either a heart attack or a stroke for Trump. Okay, I don't wish ill will on anybody. But when you, his eating habits, the way he treats his body when it comes to food, among other things. From what I understand, he used to do drugs too. Okay, these things have to catch up with you sooner or later, and I feel that's what's going to happen. We will see what happens, but I don't see how. When people say Trump, can even if this guy was healthy, has any of you been paying attention to Biden? They're calling him Sleepy Joe, or he can't speak. He loses his train of thought. This guy held a press conference yesterday. I don't know, at least 20 minutes. I was, while traveling from Florida to Georgia, I was listening to the press conference, and I listened to the last, when he was talking about the Pope. This guy is on top of it. Nobody's perfect. He's no longer 18, but for someone who's 78, I believe, I hope when I'm 78, I'm like him. In any event, the point I'm trying to make is I don't think Trump is going to be that way at 70 something. I don't know how long now. He's 74. So he's going to be about 77, 76, 77 the next election. that too is going to be an issue. I feel right now he has difficulties expressing himself. Never mind 3 or 4 years from now. So there are a lot of things that all these things that these people are talking Trump beating Biden. Even if none of those things were there, I don't feel Trump has the ability to beat Biden. There's too much water. There is so much. Republicans, it seems to me, intuitively believe they are masters at basically lying and basically deconstructing someone. They can really hit you with a pretty nasty brush and make sure it sticks, like they've done to Hillary and many others. I don't feel this time it's going to work intuitively. That's what I feel. I don't see any of this happening. So, yes, it can be a challenge for Biden, but what they're not thinking about is Biden's agenda will be enacted. I don't feel Trump has the capacity to go toe to toe with Biden. He didn't do it before. He won't do it again. And there are so many talking points, so many bad things Trump has done that have yet to come out. From what I understand, I have not read it yet, but there is an article about the Washington Post, and I have said it before. Trump was basically in charge of everything. He knew what was going on, and also the FBI people called in and let the FBI know there were some violent people that were coming to DC and trying to bring weapons. I'm sure all of you have heard those things. So, and I am still hearing it, and I'm going to repeat it. Trump knew, and yes, they will be able to prove it. And yes, Garland has no choice but to go and set an example on Trump and those around him. And the notion that he's going to be able to stall this investigation until Republicans get back on power, and for him and his buddies to get off scot-free, my prediction that's not going to happen. The other thing I know that this is something that's on a lot of people's mind. I know some of you say I keep talking about Trump, so now I'll move on to Biden. I feel Biden did a very good job in Europe, and I feel his trip will be successful. I've said this before, but I didn't realize there were two parts to the trips, one in Italy, and now he's going to someplace else to get to the G20. Election is unstable. Hopefully, I still see that I'm live. Later, I'm going to use something else. The other thing I wanted to say, if I'm able to come on later, because I don't have lighting in here. This is natural lighting and lights from the ceiling. The other thing I'm being reminded to mention is, and I read it as well this morning, our military leadership, they are rattled because they did not realize how fast China was going to be able to either catch up with us technology-wise, as far as when it comes to military and their ability to build up their military. I agree they should pay attention. I agree that yes, China is making a lot of headway, but I don't feel they should panic. I feel they should all on Russia and China, since they're both unhappy about our government stance and they're trying to, create diversion. Intuitively, I feel like saying, I don't see a war, and we should double down and developing some weapons that we have on the pipeline. And my prediction is some of them will scare. That's what I'm hearing intuitively. Will scare our adversaries. So, or anyone who had any idea on taking a chance. I feel like saying for the next 20 years, I don't think they'll try it. Beyond that, I can't promise. But it feels like to me we have some pretty uh, advanced weapons on the pipeline that will keep a lot of people at bay. And some of those people, some of our competitors, are going to shoot themselves in the foot anyway. Yes, America is going through a challenging period right now. We will come out of it better than we were before. No, we are not going to go back to the way we were, but we're going to come out better. And all those people who are running around wanting to start civil war and all that kind of stuff, they are all going to go back under the rocks from which they came. These people don't worry. Don't let these people worry you. It's a bunch of big mouth and stupid, ignorant people. I saw a little clip on CNN. I believe it was last night. Something about civil war or people wanting to the government. There was a guy leaning, I believe, against a tree trunk. He was talking to the host, and she asked him something to the effect, "Would you like to overthrow the government?" And he said, "Yeah, you know." I'm looking at this guy, okay? First of all, I don't know where they find these people. Intuitively, I'm not judging others, but intuitively, I feel like saying this guy didn't come across to me like very bright. If anything, I think he's a bit slow. Number three, for you to go on TV and say you want to overthrow your government, something is really wrong. So, yes, we will trample and crush these people, and America will be stronger. From what I understand, the other Trump's friend, the one who has a picture of Nixon or a tattoo of Nixon on his back, you guys know who I am talking about. He's another one, Trump pardon. This guy was basically on his way to jail. And from what I understand, he's going to run against, or if Ron DeSantis does not run for governor or something to that effect, or he's going to run for governor, yeah, DeSantis is going to lose that governorship, and this guy will not be governor. You guys know who I am talking about. He's very tall, that gray guy, that gray hair guy who's uh, been friends with Trump forever. He has a tattoo of Nixon on his back. So I'm sure I've given enough information for you guys to know who I am talking about. Unfortunately, I cannot see the chat. I can't answer questions. Give me 1 second to see what else if I missed anything. There are a number of other things I can't. Yeah, nothing is popping. I'm not being shown any pictures, so that means I've spoken about the critical things. Oh, that lawyer. You know what, guys? Do you know who's going to turn on Trump? Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller is terrified. I am not saying he's going to do it today. Stephen Miller is trying to figure out when they go after Trump, how he's going to defend himself if Trump does not become president again and he's heading to jail. Yeah, that's my prediction. There is jail in Stephen Miller's future, and he will turn on Trump. That's my big prediction for today. And from what I understand, there are other people still around Trump who are still trying to figure out whether they will testify or not, they will. Because after the next couple of months, they're going to come to realize they don't have a choice but to testify. That's my prediction. Okay. Unfortunately, I can't see the chat. I'm going to work on that to find out why it is that I cannot see your chat. Bear with me 1 second. I'm going to see if there is something that I'm missing here. Hang on a second. Oh, geez, this is my first time using this. I can see you guys now. There is, oh my God, this is my first time using this setup. So there is on top of the chat, there is an option. I just saw it. So like I said, I've never used this. So uh, you're very welcome, Sandra Peterson. Let me see if you guys, if anybody posted anything. I just saw the chat. I'm glad everything, this is my first time using this really. And oh my God. Okay, I'll answer some questions, guys. I don't think I'm going to be on later because I don't have any lighting here. Like I said, I made a mistake. If you look at me, I'm like all washed out. It's because I should have turned these lights off, then those lights on, and allow the sun, the brightness to come in. I made a mistake. Star Chat says I was buffering badly through a lot of this. I'm sorry. I am not sure. I think it's the, tomorrow I'm going to use my mobile internet. I am not sure because where I am, it may be far from their Wi-Fi. Oh, Laurent Leblanc said, I look fine in Canada. Thank God. Okay. But you should say, oh no, you look great, Milou. How bad has this, how many people have experienced buffering? I'm just curious. Okay. Sarah, Glenn says she experienced. Sandra Peterson experienced it. Sandy Fern experienced it. Patricia Fantino experienced it. Renee says a little. Felicia. I don't know. I believe it's the internet. They don't have repeaters down here, so it may be a little slow. Marlene Madrigal says off topic, who will win the World Series? I have no idea. Probably the Braves. That's something I don't know how good I am at it. I don't know. But it feels like the Braves to me. Dusty Rose says no buffering, but took a long time to find you this morning. Yes, this is my second trial. I tried with my phone, but it seems like YouTube created, they upgraded the application, and the option where I could go live was not there. I'm like, oh my God. So I scrambled. I tried StreamYard. That didn't work, or at least I didn't see the chat, and I didn't know what was going on. So I decided to go back into use my laptop, because I carry a laptop with me. So I use the YouTube setup. Somebody who's asking, Timberlily is asking about Trump Jr. What's the question about Trump Jr.? Because Trump Jr., it feels like to me, okay, the entire Trump family is in a panic. Okay. The only person who's doing everything he can and is Trump to keep himself out uh, of jail because he knows what's coming. But I mean, he's panicking as well. But the younger Trumps, they they are not taking this well. And you know something? My prediction is once this thing gets going, the prosecution of the Trumps, his girlfriend is going to get caught as well. And this whole fiasco, but she's going to dump him. Trump Jr.'s girlfriend. And also he's going to be called in front of Congress, the entire family. Anyone and everyone that had anything to do, even in the periphery of January 6th, will have to appear in front of Congress. That's what I am getting. Okay. So I don't know if I answered your question, Timberlily, but Trump Jr. is still hanging out in Florida, going back and between New York and Florida. So, oh, somebody asked me a very important question. The kids that Trump sent all over the country, I feel by the Biden administration, I don't know if there are any they have not located. The number is very small. But Biden dedicated a bunch of people or a team to track all the kids that Trump supposedly, not supposedly, Trump separated, supposedly, not supposedly, Trump separated from their families. So I feel like saying they located a great number of them. And Biden put in a good faith effort to do that, and a lot of them were reunited with their families. That's what I feel like. That's what I heard, and it resonated with what I feel. Let me see. Someone else asked another question. Oh, Electrostorm. Yes, I saw that. Oh my God. Yes, DeSantis decided that no more mandate for vaccines of any kind. I was speechless when I saw that because there were so many other things I wanted to talk about. I forgot about that. He's going to rule the day because kids will get sick, and I've said this before. That's one thing that's really going to sink or is sinking his political career. Because can you imagine all the diseases that kids can come down with if they are not vaccinated? I don't know enough to list all of them, but that's going to cause major problem for DeSantis. That's my prediction. And yes, people are going to turn on him because it will not take very long for those diseases to take hold and start on top of COVID and start killing people's kids. So yeah, that's coming. And as I predicted, people were going to go after him. That's why a lot of the school stuff that this guy basically he wants to be a dictator, and yes, he's going to pay the price for it. Absolutely. Okay, I'll answer one more question. Let's see. Anna Webb says, Milou, after being around Republicans all my life, happened when you live in Kansas. One thing keeps standing out. Republicans are notorious control freak. I wouldn't be surprised. I've never really gotten along with so many Republicans. You got a point. I never thought about that. But since I don't tolerate control freaks, so they always end up on my wrong side, and I tell them where to go. So I have a very short tolerance with people like that, who either, their way is the right way and everyone else is wrong. I, 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 I'm very impatient with these people. So, yes, I think you're right. Will Schroeder be removed and Rittenhouse trial? I don't know which. If you're talking about the judge, I feel, may retire, and I don't feel it's because they're gonna. I don't see him being removed. Okay, let's see. Dennis Thomas said, "What will the outcome be for Republicans and PA for trying to overturn the election for Trump? That's not gonna work. They can do whatever they want." I said it at the beginning. Don't let these things play on your minds, guys. It's not worth it. Uh, well, NPA they will lose. Trumpism is not very popular among Republicans. Yeah, but look at what's happening in Virginia. Okay, the guy. I mean, why doesn't he bring Trump to campaign with him? Not happening. So intuitively, what I'm hearing is dying. Trumpism is dying. So let's not argue with ourselves, friends. It and I'm going to say it again. I thought Trump would have gone down already, but I don't feel like saying it's going to take very long. So hang in there. Okay, friends, thank you very much for spending time with me. I don't think I'm going to be on later because the lighting. I don't have any setting here. I brought my computer, so I can do it like this, uh, lights from the outside. And tomorrow I'm going to see if I can get the picture a little better. But I don't think tonight I'll be able to make it. If the lighting is not too bad, I will come on it. But if you don't see me, I'm sorry. Uh, Lighting is not good. Okay, friends, thank you. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I really appreciate it. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmilou.com. Also, you can send me an email. You can negotiate a time that's good for both of us to talk. And if you like the channel, please subscribe and also tap on the bell in order for you to be notified when I'm online or when I post a video. Again, thank you, everyone. Till tomorrow. Bye.